have our players that look to be ready on their start screens. Are you guys warmed up enough? Okay. So we're going to get our countdown. And everybody with us. 3, 2, 1, pills!
All 4 players off at the same time. Some double yellows for Bidwell setting up a combo. Who will be the first to strike? It looks like JayMark.
Yeah, and on the bottom end, they both had the same short stack to clear a combo as well. So these are really good matchups here. And
so here on the bottom, these players trying to prioritize clearing down their top stacks to a more manageable height. 14 high, very difficult to deal with.
But a misplay and a top out by Mrs. Goetzy. So Phil takes that first crown. Jay sending some trash over to Bidwell, and Bidwell responding right back. This is a back and forth match. Bidwell does have the virus lead, in 32 to 45 currently, though.
Yeah, Jay looks a little bit stuck up here on these first 2 columns, but can definitely make plans for this. Doesn't really necessarily need to yet, though. It's still very early on, and a top-out victory is still much in the cards.
Mm-hmm.
As Bidwell spires himself there in the middle, gets a little lucky that Jay didn't send over a piece of garbage.
Like now.
Sending it lots now, yes. Stun locked for 2. Oh, just 2 this time.
Just 2. Yep.
Count yourself lucky.
Now, knowing Jay, I do know that not always a combo player, but a very strategic. I probably did that commentator's curse over there, but yeah, not always seeing combos, but a very straightforward player, efficient player, and so I always look forward to watching them play. And Bidwell just like ripping through this, also not sending too much garbage to Jay. They're just playing single player all the way here.
Meanwhile, Phil has been stuck here at the top of the board for almost the entire game, playing with fire, but managing to survive. Mrs. Goetzy building tiny virus lead.
There is a reason why Bidwell is known for being the combo king. That was a wonderful waterfall clear on Bidwell's side, sending some trash over to Jay, but Jay responding back with trips back to Bidwell.
This bottom game here, Mrs. Goetzy looking very clear. A nice little recovery from that game 1. Looking to get on the board here.
I like a lot of her setups. There's a lot of things that she can do to bring this board down, like that L clear.
Nice L clear and a really big line.
That was a monologue right there.
Bidwell down to only 3 viruses remaining. Jay dropping garbage, but not landing where it needed to.
Just needing 2 more yellows to finish out this first crown, and does so. First crown to Bidwell. And they are going right back to it. No rest for the weary.
Bidwell, after talking about how great it is to rest between matches, does the salty run back.
But this bottom match, Phil does have some towering in column 1 and 2, trying to take that horizontal to bring it down a little bit, but still just kind of having to place things in non-optimal places. But, and a double ability was blocked by Mrs. Goetzy trash.
Hey now, let's go.
Jay playing very cool and calculated here towards the top of his board. Had a little bit of stun lock situation over against Bidwell. And that yellow piece of garbage blocking off the sweet tea. The villain garbage. But he gets it anyway.
And it looks like Bidwell might be... and
this is dicey.
Bidwell got out, but he's still right at the top there. He needs to get under this column 5, or it will be game over.
There's a dicey maneuver you can make with a double yellow, but other than that, no horizontals in sight.
And here it is. He decides not to take it, which
You
trying
can't.
to clear this blue.
You could not.
Yeah.
Here we go, though. Gets himself a little bit more space as Jay is frantically trying to put together a combo, something to keep him. Oh, no, and what a reversal!
Wow, that could have been Jay's so many times right there, but Bidwell pulling it out. Crown number 2 to Bidwell. And we have a tale of 2 boards here where, well, actually they look like similar boards, so they're the same board.
A tale of 2 similar boards.
As we do in verses. But yes, they are both playing through their columns in the middle, trying to dig under to get at these viruses in the lower game.
Now, as these speeds increase, I wonder if we're going to see a virus clear or whether these combos are just going to catch up to these players, especially as Phil here is really locked into these middle 3 rows.
Yeah, the speeds are getting into the 40s on their end, so we will see how quickly these combos come or if they'll top out.
Meanwhile, a much cleaner start here than we've seen from other games for Jay and Bill. Or Bidwell. Bill. Bill?
Oh, no. Oh, but Bidwell prolonging this drop clear with the red. Look at this. Look at this beautiful clear from Bidwell. Again, I can't say enough for how he sets up the combos and takes them out.
It was a 5 or a 6, but you don't get extra credit.
That is true. The max number of pills that you can send over at any one time is 4, so a little bit of overkill there, Bidwell, okay? Dial it back. And still going on with this second crown down on the bottom. Again, it takes longer when you're trying to dig out from underneath a lot of trash. Mrs. Goetzy has a lot of setup for some combos. It got a little bit blocked there with the trash that was being sent over.
Yeah, Phil putting together a nice quad, just what he needed to slow down Mrs. Goetzy from taking this virus victory. He's starting to drill everything down on that left side. Right is looking pretty clean, but it looks like these players are going to go the distance.
Mm-hmm. This is a great match, and the speeds are now in the 50s, so it's getting even faster. I just keep. But yes, Jay and Bidwell's side, Jay is keeping a really even top line, which is helpful in a lot of ways. But Bidwell is just going through, the motions to get this third crown, as he has a 11-34 virus lead.
Jay's top line not very conducive to combos. Just not quite getting the pills that match up with the colors available. But here we go, a combo to slow Bidwell down.
And then Miss Goetzy finishing up that second crown, getting that second crown, so making it an even match over on the bottom side. This is a close matchup. I love this game.
Looks like Bidwell here is trying to strategize how to dig out this last virus. Meanwhile, Jay still has 30 viruses remaining, trying to slow Bidwell down any way he can.
But the speeds are ramping up.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, here on the bottom board, lots of red for these players. Red garbage is actually going to be kind of helpful.
Oh, that was detrimental. Jay still trying to dig under this, needing a blue help.
Oh, and good old Punxsutawney takes game 3.
Bidwell is moving on to face the winner of Phil versus Mrs. Goetzy.
And we'll just leave it up here for the benefit of the microphone. As Mrs. Goetzy and Phil are here in a best of 3 now.
Okay.
Both players trying to strategize, figure out how to play efficiently, but also combo as it looks like, you know, it looks like they just like clearing these viruses.
Yeah, and doing a great job of it. And look at this. There's an L clear that Mrs. Goetz can get if a blue is given, but the doctor's like, what, blue? I don't know that color. But a combo nonetheless, sending some trash over to Phil.
Yeah, Mrs. Goetzy needs a very specific pill here. Is she going to get it before this gets to be too dire? Just holding
Here it
right,
is.
very clever.
Oh,
and the
no.
misflip. Oh, that's tragic. She would have dug out with that, but having to hold right, very difficult.
And also having to flip at the same
Yeah,
time, yeah.
Bottom left.
This
Phil
is a great
now up
matchup.
2-1. Very evenly matched players.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting to advance to take on Bidwell, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, I love this little drop clear by Phil, sending some trash over. And another one.
Meanwhile, Mrs. Goetzy setting up some nice, just, I don't know if those are short stacks. I've never learned what a short stack is either, but very side-by-side doubles. Very.
There's another one. Phil
Oh,
is
it's
just
getting-
turning on the steam right here. He is getting some combos going, and Mrs. Goetz has topped out, and so Phil has taken his third crown and will move on to face Bidwell when he gets back.
After a slog in these first few games, Phil closing it out real quick to take on Bidwell.
All right, it looks like we got a controller that will work, and so our players are ready, and so we need our pill countdown. You ready, Influx?
Ready.
Okay.
Ready, Betty.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Pills.
Pills. Getting started off here. Both players hunting for this first combo, but the pills coming not really combo conducive.
Until now, Bidwell back-to-back combos.
Phil here spots a nice T on the side and followed by another combo. That's 2 in a row.
Wow, look at that. And ruining a little bit of a combo setup from Bidwell.
Bidwell, though, has been playing fast here. Even though he's getting comboed, he has a virus advantage already. Just a testament to how quickly he is making these decisions.
I mean, he is a usual suspect in our speed running tournament as well. So, you know, we know he can turn on the speed when he wants to.
Absolutely. Bidwell here just praying for this blue-yellow to get a fat log. Fat log! Name it and claim it. Meanwhile, Phil here in his column 7, a little bit high up, gonna possibly underclear this as he makes a plan to dig down the board.
Wow. But Bidwell not letting up. A couple of T clears and sending some trash over. But Phil is just continuing to try and dig here now, but it's slowing down the combos that they've been sending.
Yeah, Bidwell just playing his game, getting to set up as many combos as he wants here.
Oh, look at this. A trip being sent over from Phil.
Excellent stuff. Although, it sort of helps Bidwell's board, which is very blue on that left side. So any other color that you could kind of pepper in there will help give him a direction for his combos.
Oh, but look at this. A clear into a cross T, Thor hammer, whatever we call it.
Oh,
That was fantastic.
Oh, kind of like a pointing finger.
Yeah, like, I got it. But Phil is still remaining pretty clean on their board. The level 8 or the column 8 is looking a little bit tragic, and now blocking a horizontal with that red that he had, but doing really well on Phil's side as well.
Bidwell with a long cascading combo, just clearing out lots of viruses. I mean, you got to be happy that that's a quad, but whenever you're putting together a 5 or 6 combo, you know that's for virus clears.
I really like this lay down play by Phil, leaving the horizontal reds open, and that's what he took. That was really good foresight on Phil's side.
Bidwell here, as he's approaching the end game here, trying to figure out how to finish out these viruses in the most efficient way.
Phil just needing, I think, waiting for a blue-yellow, which is right here, gets it, and fantastic. Send some trash over to Bidwell.
Absolutely. Bidwell, mostly blues left here as far as the virus clears go, but he's getting a little spired. Very smart to just take that down while you still can before it spirals way out of control. Playing there in the middle of your board is just dicey. Bidwell pulling a bit of a peeky.
All right, Bidwell just setting up for this clear, needing to clear out column 5 in order to finish this up.
We've got the Bidwell rock modification of the classic Bidwell bounce, as he is
sitting, folks.
one virus away from
And
game
takes it.
1.
This has been a sit-down tournament, so we have not been standing.
A violation of principles. But we'll tolerate it
This time.
this time. Phil here, it looks like a bit of a misflip towards the top. That's going to cut column 8 off very early. Meanwhile, Bidwell using all 8 columns to just put some combos together.
Ooh, Phil able to get the yellow over all the way to column 8. Not sure if that was, I wasn't sure if that was intended, and it sounds like it was not, but the capability of doing that is in and of itself a feat.
Das has a mind of its own sometimes.
Bidwell opting to take a horizontal red, setting up for some clears if he can get another couple of reds. Decides not to do that, but bringing down this column was a good idea.
I've been most impressed so far by Phil's tuck plays. Those are very difficult maneuvers at these variable speeds, and just trying to play fast and maintain that rhythm. So
Absolutely.
very good stuff from him.
Yeah, I actually played Phil in the qualifiers, and the way that they were setting stuff up and sending stuff over, we have a contender here for sure.
But here, Phil, that column 6 looking a little bit dicey. If you do hang a pill, make sure it has yellow on it.
Yes.
Otherwise, you might just wait for Bidwell to clear that out himself by setting some garbage.
Only yellow, Bidwell. Only yellow.
Yellow will strike eventually. Oh, and excellent.
Nice.
Excellent way to tuck it over and gain access to those 2 columns again. Just what he needed.
But yeah, Bidwell keeping an even board. No spires, no nothing on Bidwell's side right now.
Yeah, he's not been receiving very many combos, and he just keeps sending them over, giving him plenty of time to just build this virus advantage.
Oh, wow. Wonderful.
Yeah, very nice way to rip the pill over there to the left.
And another combo. Bidwell is being relentless here. Oh, you see it.
He just extends the combo. What a bad lad. Just a little more. Just one more.
I love it. I'm sorry.
I can quit anytime I want, I promise.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
This is madness.
What the heck?
I love it.
Oh, but a stray horizontal messes
Oh,
it up.
look at that
You
trash.
deserve it. You deserve it.
Oh.
Bidwell, the greatest showman. And it's only game 2.
Right? Save it for game 5. Or how about this, Bidwell? Save it for your game versus me. Yeah. Oh, too early? Oh, shoot. Here we go. But yeah, Phil bringing this back and knocking the virus lead down to just 12 viruses here.
Yeah, but Phil accidentally, well, not accidentally, but just by chance, comboing himself with a nice triple.
Oh, but look at
for
this, sending
his
some
troubles.
back. Oh, but Bidwell.
Oh!
We got a block.
Right
We
where it
got a
needed
block,
to land.
folks. We love to see it.
Couple reds, though, and a yellow. And Bidwell.
Cleared it up. Needs a
coasting to
yellow.
game 2.
There it goes. Congratulations. Yeah, that's great play by both.
And a quick start to this game 3. Could be the last. Could be plenty of match ahead of us if Phil is able to get a win under his belt.
Getting first strike in the combos.
And a very fortunate piece of garbage it was, blocking Bidwell off right there in the middle.
Bidwell deciding to take down that column in the middle. And yeah, rightfully so, because Phil is sending over a massive 3-stack combo, clearing some of Bidwell, though. Helpful trash.
A little bit of help, a little bit of hurt. But Phil here has a couple of columns with some garbage pieces on top that's pretty high up. You might want to elect to just leave those. You might try to make a plan for them, but slight overshift there, but we'll turn it into a combo,
There we
right?
go. The old treasure made out of trash or whatever.
Phil here has a
Recycling.
lightning log with the next yellow-red. I never get to see a lightning log. I love me
No.
a good lightning log.
We save those for speed play.
Yeah, I guess. Bidwell with a drill clear combo, followed by a single. He here is just trying to speed run his way to close out this match. As Phil forced to spin his gears a little bit here with lots of garbage on his top line and no viruses in sight. Bidwell, meanwhile, making clears that all involve viruses.
Oh, look at this tee for Phil. Clearing up a lot of viruses all at once.
Yeah, Phil has had some great clears here, but just so jammed by all this garbage that Bidwell sent early. Undeterred, though, he is continuing to rain down combos as soon as he can.
Oh, wow. Getting that over. Phil needed to kind of bring down that column so he could start working on that and not have to build his way back up. So,
Yeah, that was a very heads-up play.
Yeah.
It buys a whole other column for him. Oh, and
like
I think
that.
I think he wanted to get that a little bit
Yep.
farther over, but fortunate garbage helping him out.
Look at this horizontal that he saw in order to just take it down, but also not make it just full of pill halves. So
Here's the problem. Phil is playing very well.
oh no,
But Bidwell has just been able to outpace him.
the speed
And
got.
here, fast speeds causing a quick top out. Bidwell takes the third crown and advances in our bracket.